This is what I've been building. It's an interactive coding platform that teaches you how to become a senior Go engineer. You will learn best practices that senior engineers use every day, how they think, and also the skills the company pay for when they hire a senior engineer. I've been a software engineer now for about 15 years, and I gathered a lot of different experience from various companies. With this experience, I have built the dream platform that I wish existed when I wanted to become a senior engineer. If you are serious about learning Go, this is the platform you want to sign up to. Let me give you a tour inside the app. Here we are at the first lesson, and we will start from 0 all the way to becoming a senior software engineer using Go. Here's how it works. To the left, you will have the lesson, and it will teach you all the concept that you need to know. And then when we scroll down, there will be an exercise that you need to solve. So for the first lesson, let's try to solve it. What I need to do here is that it says add one line inside main to make the program print hello Go. So let's do that. Then we can say fnt and then print line and then hello Go. And here we have two buttons. So you can either run the code, and if I press run, I will get the output from the program. And if we click submit, it will go through all the tests and make sure that you fulfill the exercise. So let's see what happened. We can now see that I completed the exercise and I got an achievement. And I also unlocked the Gopher card. So let's see that one. Here we can see I got the flame Gopher. Once you complete it, you can go to the next lesson here. So if we press next, it will take us to the next lesson, and we can keep going and so on for this course. Now, let's take a look on the other courses that are available. If we go here to the dashboard, and here on the dashboard, we can see our progress and some of the stats. Let's now press browse all courses. So we start from the beginning and then we move up. And the recommended order is the order that is for all courses. And during the journey, you will also build like projects. For example, here we have a rate limiter, and here is a data pipeline. We have a DNS resolver and so on. And this also teaches you best practices that senior engineers use. Let me show you an example. If we go to the course called error handling, and then, for example, we can pick this lesson, so handle error once. And I think I already submitted this lesson. Let's try to reset it. And if I now run this one, we can see here that I get a lot of different output. This lesson is about how you use best practices when logging and when returning errors. So here, for an error, we have a lot of duplicate logs, and that makes it harder to analyze. If we scroll down here, on the lesson and we go to the exercise, and we can see here that our task is to remove the log statement from lower level functions, have lower level function return errors with context, keep logging only at the top level. If we would want to see the solution for this exercise, I can press here, and then here we have the solution where this has been refactored. If I now press run, we can then see that these logs has been reduced a lot, and it's now much easier to process and read. Let me show you some more example that is available on this platform. So if we go back to all the courses, and then, for example, we can go to package organization, and we can press this lesson, project structure. So this is a lesson that teaches you how you should structure your Go code following best practices. If we go back and viewing all the courses again, and we can scroll down the list here, so you will see all the available courses that currently exist on the platform, and new courses will be added all the time. I'm currently working on adding a Kubernetes course, and I'm also working on adding more projects, and I'm also planning to add a new type of lesson. So that will be a simulation for software engineers. Let's give an example. Let's say there is Black Friday, and suddenly your application receives a ton of traffic, and you need to make sure that your application can scale during those peaks. Or suddenly your REST API go down and it returns 500 errors, and it's your job to solve it and get it back up running again. Now let's take a look at some other things on the platform. I wanted this to be a fun experience when learning. I put a lot of time on the gamification part. When you solve lessons, you will unlock different achievements, and some of these achievements, they come with a goofer card. So if we scroll up here, we can then go to goofers. Then we can see here the different goofers that I have collected. So it's a fun thing that you get rewarded when learning and solving exercises. I probably spend a bit too much time on the gamification, but I really enjoy this part, and I want to show you how to unlock an Easter egg. If we go to the dashboard, and then we can click Browse All Courses. What I want to do now is I want to pick a lesson where the terminal is used. If we go to Developer Essential, and for example here we have one called Command Line Basic, we go into that, and then here we can enroll in it. Then let's just pick a lesson here, and we can now see to the right, instead of a code editor, it's actually a terminal. If I type ls here, we can see some different files. Now let me show you the Easter egg that I have hidden here in this terminal. I'm a big fan of the Matrix movie. If you type follow the white rabbit, we can then see we get some Matrix graphics in the terminal. Now, I'm not going to give you away the access code. The access code you have to figure out yourself. But if you would manage to figure out the access code, you will unlock the Matrix goofer card. Let's also have a look of some of the latest things I added to the platform. If we go to the dashboard and we go to all courses again, what we can do then is we can select data structure and design patterns. Let's, for example, pick data structure in Go. Then we can take, for example, binary tree. For a lot of algorithms and data structure, I have added animation that you can play around with to get a better understanding for how they work. I always thought that algorithms and data structure can be a bit abstract, and that can be quite hard to understand. So by seeing it visually, it will help you to understand them more easy. And then under this one, we also have one where you can interact with it. Let's say here, I want to add the value 20. And if I then press insert, it will show the animation how it will work when adding a value in a binary search tree. If you want to try this platform out, you can try out the first course. It's completely free. And for every lesson, there is also a feedback button. So a lot of users, they have already come with feedback for different lessons, and every feedback I take very seriously, because my goal is to build the best platform to learn Go and become a senior engineer. There will be a link in the description to the platform. See you in the next video.